Alright, let's see. Now it says we're good. Let's pull this up. See if the landscape is correct. My channel. Trying to figure it out, people. Yeah, that one's perfect. Yeah, there we go. We're in there. Yeah, that one's perfect. And there we go. We're in there. Yeah, that one's perfect. Yeah, there we go. We're in there. Turn that down. Nice. I guess we're officially started. How's that look, Chris? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a little crooked, but
You think?
it's just because your tripod's crooked.
Thanks for calling it a tripod. You call this a tripod?
You guys line up at the table.
Dude, this is the best setup we've ever had on the podcast, so we got Kevin the fucking intern in here. Alright. Oh, this is the one thing I forgot, but I'll just do it. YouTube will kick you off if you do any bad stuff. I was doing a live stream before and I did not like it.
You do it off camera.
Yeah, I'm not on camera, right?
A little bit.
I'm just making fruit roll-ups over here. Yeah, I'll hit record on the other one in a second. Would you like to partake, Chris?
No, I don't partake.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Kid's an adult. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna get this bitch going. Yeah, I do the live stream. It's like the easiest way to just upload it. Because like as soon as it's done, it goes right there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You don't have to, like I was doing with my GoPro before, but it was just super hectic.
You just have to edit out the part when we get into a fight.
Oh yeah. You think that's gonna happen today?
It might.
I'm down. I'm fully down. Alright. Just gonna pregame it over here, boys. Okay, you wanna pregame?
Yeah, I don't know how to do.
You're doing a good job of just looking awkward for
Nothing going on over there.
Make fruit roll-ups, you know?
Nothing going on. Yeah, literally one time I was on the live stream and it popped up a comment, Google compliance or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we see you're doing some stuff and like, you
Nice.
can't be doing that.
You tell me you lived in Massachusetts, all good.
I said that and then I just started talking all about weed. So like, can I talk about it at least? You know what I mean? Alright, let's get this show on the row or on the road or however you say it.
Under the road.
Alright, audio's good. Hell yeah. Chris, hyped to see you, man.
You too.
It's been a while. Get that thing going.
We're good.
I wanted to kind of start this off with Kevin. Because you're an intern now.
Yeah.
For All I Need, World, and the Shetler Show, technically.
Exactly.
So, explain to us. How do we rig this up? What'd you say? You talked to your school?
Yeah, I had to make an offer letter, and then basically the dude that I went to just told me, like, if you have resources, use them. So I knew that I could, like, try to work something out over the summer here. So all I literally had to do was make, like, a job description, give them your name and, like, email and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then they processed it and then just, like, put me into the class without even telling me. So, like, literally yesterday, I went on to, like, my online account for UMass.
Yeah.
And it just, like, said that, like, I was, like, a week late to check in because they never told me, like, that it actually got approved. But it did.
So
But,
sick.
Yeah.
So you're a week late, though.
Yeah, but
Not
I'm
a good way to start your first day.
Yeah, no, the professor, though, is pretty chill for it, so we're good.
Nice. And you guys, this is your first time meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, sick. Yeah, I've known Chris for too long.
Watched a part earlier today.
Oh yeah, I was
Stuff.
sending them. Did you watch
Your split part.
Oh, the La Luz?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember that video?
Yeah.
Dude, we were in there with Bobby Puglia.
Yeah.
Dude.
Not warranted though.
Guy
Did not deserve it.
Real.
What's that?
Bobby Puglia, that guy's unreal.
I
Yeah.
know, dude.
Yeah, that was fun.
Do you remember how that video came to be? Jay Maldonado,
Jay
right?
Maldonado hit us up, to film and Vellucci had a bunch of footage or whatever, and we just got together with him and kind of worked it out. He did all the editing and everything. We just sent him the footage.
It was weird because like everybody in that video is from New York, right? And
Yeah.
then we're like
And
the
then we're, like,
oddballs.
New Hampshire.
We were like skating big rails and
Yeah,
shit. And then
it's in like everything else was like New York, like skating in like the city or whatever, and we're just like in the woods skating a handrail.
even the song, dude, I went and was like re-listened to it. Even the song's like super emo, and everything else in that is like got soul or hip hop, and ours is like kind of sing-songy cry.
Yeah.
I liked it though. Don't get me wrong.
No, it was I remember I got arrested at that premiere.
Really?
Yeah.
In New York?
Yep.
Was I there?
I can't remember.
What were you doing?
I was drinking.
Oh,
Open container. I walked out. The second I walked out of the premiere, I got arrested.
that seems about right.
Yeah.
They're outside waiting for
I had
you.
a 40. The cop was like, "Dude, it's like you're drinking like OE." He's like, well, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Why don't you drink something better than that?" You
Or
know?
at least something smaller you can conceal.
I had it in my jacket and or whatever.
Not very
pulled
well.
It out, yeah. It's like great. He made me dump it out and I had to pay a fine or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Or I
not too bad.
think I had like a court date or something that I never went to.
You have to come back to New York,
I never went.
so fuck you, them, right?
Well, hopefully.
Nothing. Never mind. Yeah, I remember your diet. I remember you were living with us when we lived in Long Beach. At a fucking, what was the apartment? Temple?
On Temple Ave.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it though.
The
place.
Lido.
The Lido. That
Was it the
It
Lido?
was the Lido.
Yeah, sick. I remember your diet was like the burritos, like you bought. Go ahead, you remember because
Yeah,
you had it perfected.
The
Survival meal.
frozen burrito, prepackaged sliced cheese.
But it was from
sour
like
cream.
a Ralph's, right?
Yeah, Ralph's. It was
Do you
like
remember the
$5 for $1.
What was the burrito? Do you remember it?
I can't
It's
remember
like a
the brand.
chimichanga type shit.
It wasn't as good as that. It was
Yeah.
like the real cheap ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had like a whole deal. Cut it up, cook it halfway in the microwave, halfway in the oven.
$5.
It's $5 for 5. And then I'd have like a couple bucks for 2 40s. And that was my diet.
You were just fully skate ratting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good though. You survived.
Yeah, well, yes.
Sort of.
For the most part.
Do you still eat those burritos?
No, I can't.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I did the ramen and I still eat them. I was talking to my sisters last night about
Yeah.
that. They're like talking about getting healthy and like I was like, well, we have a garden and like we're trying.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, but I still love ramen.
It's so good, yeah.
Yeah.
It brings back memories.
Yeah.
My daughter calls it she calls them the special kind of noodles. I'm
Me
like,
too.
yeah, they're super special. They're like 35 cents per package.
They went up? There
Yeah.
used to be like a quarter. You get like 4 for $1. I don't
Yeah.
even remember. I don't
Yeah.
even know anymore. I still buy I'll buy 3 packages just to have.
Yeah.
But I crack an egg and all the veggies and everything in it.
I feel bad, like, being like, yeah, I get some ramen or whatever for her, but she asked for it.
I get
So I
it.
was like, all right.
It's good. I
You
think
gotta
in
eat some-
moderation.
Yeah,
right?
she gotta eat some, like, vegetables or whatever, too.
Yeah. How old's your daughter?
She's 9.
That's so crazy,
Yeah.
Chris.
It is crazy.
Damn. Did you ever think you'd be a father? Like realistically?
No.
No.
No. But I'm
Things
psyched,
change.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
awesome. She's a great kid.
Yeah. You're also into like music growing up too. You're going to Boston today, right?
Yeah, I'm going to a benefit show for Caleb, who's in Cave-In. Is in Converge tonight, too.
I've heard of Converge
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
That's sick. What
Yeah.
kind of music you were saying? Like
It's
heavy?
like hardcore, like metal sort of music. I
Like
guess.
fucking-
I guess so, yeah. That's how I would describe it.
Do people wear makeup at these things?
No, it's not
Oh,
like that.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, bro.
Nah.
I wouldn't judge anyways.
No, it's not like that.
I bet an Insane
It's not
Clown
like
Posse
metal, like-
concert is so fun.
No, it's the opposite of that.
That's sick, though. Well, you're good at drums too, or you play drums?
I've been playing drums for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other instruments?
That's it. I've been trying to learn how to play the piano a little bit, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I kind of just like hit keys and try to remember what sounds good,
Yeah.
and like combine things and go from there. I've tried learning how to play chords, and it just like ruins it for me. Like I don't like thinking about it, like just doing
Yeah.
it. So
Maybe you have to just fuck around for a while till you get
yeah,
get a rhythm.
I'll sit there for like an hour or two and just like mess around before I go to bed or whatever, just to like relax. Play
That's
some
sick.
like piano.
Do you have like an actual piano or like keyboard? or
It's
anything?
a MIDI controller, and I use Ableton to use like whatever I want for like synthesizers or piano sounds or whatever.
Nice.
So
That's
yeah,
sick.
it's cool. I put headphones on; it doesn't bother anyone. So.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that. What about drums though? What got you into drums?
I tried learning how to play the guitar. My dad played guitar,
Nice.
so he was always like
Like,
he loved like Kiss. and
electric
shit.
or acoustic or
Electric, acoustic too.
Both,
but
yeah.
He did. He killed it.
That's
and
sick.
so he's like, here, he got me a guitar, and I was like, tried learning how to play it, and I couldn't. I was like, nah,
You quit or?
I can't do this. Well, I couldn't. I took lessons and all this stuff, and it's like, I think like doing the lessons and trying to learn. It's the same thing with piano. It's like trying to learn chords, just like ruined it.
It's too much organization.
Yeah. So I was like, and then he's like, well, you can hit things. So here's a drum set. So he got me this drum set, and it was like 15-piece ridiculous drum set, like wrapped all the way around me.
Oh, so it was super gnarly one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what's an average drum set? Like 4,
It's
5?
5.
5, alright.
So this was 15.
Damn. So you're like fucking in Jim Henson's
All
The
over the
Muppet
place.
Baby, like.
Yeah, he was like,
like Animal.
he thought I was gonna be like Neil Peart or something from like Rush. but he was like, he just loved music and he wanted me to like play music too. So he like just drum set showed up.
What kind of music did he play on his guitar?
He played like he played a lot of Kiss. He loved Kiss.
Hell yeah.
Thin Lizzy, like a lot of old like classic rock stuff. But he loved it. He like solos and all that shit.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
sick to have that influence. Like as a kid, like I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
like no one in my family really plays instruments. Or I always think singing would be crazy too. Anyone in your
Yeah.
family sing?
No, he sang in his band a little bit, but he wasn't like the main singer or like lead singer. or
Yeah,
whatever.
he wasn't
was,
lead vocalist.
Nah, that's yeah. But
I'm sure
he could sing.
He
but-
pulled ladies. You were born, so
Yeah,
for sure.
at least one. Yeah.
Wasn't too bad. At least one.
Yeah.
Only one. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think of singing. I'm like, singing would be so terrifying to do, but I wish someone like
Yeah.
sang in my family because like I love seeing when someone's brave enough to just
Yeah.
really go
Like
in.
no
you know?
instrument, you're just standing up there with a microphone singing. It's like that's like ridiculous how not people do it.
Yeah, that seems terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Talking all day, easy. You
Yeah.
know, talk some shit, blah blah blah, make some jokes, but to like seriously try to like connect to a
Make
note.
it sound good.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's sick. Wait, so we were talking about skating. I want to go back to the beginning of like when you got into skating, and I think we talked about that last time. But let's go through it. Just a rough, like to go through it quickly. Like, how did you get your first board?
My first board was it was a hand me down from like one of my sister's friends who skated like her. She was older than me, and a couple of her friends skated or whatever.
Your sister's sick. She's always
Yeah,
been
she's
super
awesome.
down and
Yeah.
does cool shit and like lives life. Your family does a good job of living life. It's a
Yeah.
compliment.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Right now, like she's all over the world right now. It's cool.
That's epic.
But like her friends skated and stuff, and I used to see them. They'd talk shit to me, and like,
Nice.
whatever, and like
That's a good
I
thing.
was like, all right, kind of like this, and I ended up getting a board. Like I can't remember like all the details behind it, but I know one of her friends like robbed a bank. It's
Really?
like craziness.
Nice.
Robbed a bank, like, and then he did it on a skateboard,
Oh, I think I remember you telling me this
Yeah.
before.
and he like skated away.
Was it in
and
the
then-
newspapers?
It must have been in like the news and
Like
stuff back then.
skateboarder robs bank.
I don't know if it was like that, or not,
We should start Googling skateboarder robs bank.
but ended up like
Kevin.
just like getting a board or whatever. Like I don't know if it's like when you went to jail.
Did
or
you get
what.
the getaway vehicle as your
I
first
think
board?
it was. I'm not sure if it was for sure, but I'm pretty sure.
That's
it was
pretty
like,
epic, even
It might
if-
have been involved. But it's funny because like I didn't know like who he knew back then, and I ran into someone like a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and I was talking to him about that. And I was like, it's crazy, like this is like, how I got into skateboarding.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I was there. I was like with that dude, and he was like, he told me to like chill here for a second. The next thing I know, he comes running out of the bank on a skateboarder and just like pushing down the street. And he
That's
like,
a good idea though, because you can literally get away
It's-
super
it's-
fast.
robbing
Not a good
banks,
idea,
right?
like
Not a
don't
good
rob a
idea.
bank, but like to do it on a skateboard is
Yeah.
a good idea because you're agile. You could just like run and then throw it down and like.
yeah. But he got like a couple of grand. He didn't get a lot of money, and then he ended up getting arrested, like returned himself in like months later, a couple months
For
later.
that.
He went up to Chicago and tried like hiding out, and ended up like
Chicago's not the spot.
the feds and stuff were after him. and all
Not
that
really.
shit, so.
Yeah, they dealt in Chicago. They dealt with all types of crime. They'd get you right away.
Yeah.
Didn't Al Capone or something? Who's from Chicago?
Yeah, Al
Like,
Capone.
yeah. That's gnarly. So skateboarding is a crime. In your
Yeah, like
case.
in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a getaway vehicle.
Your first board was guilty.
But that was like a hand me down, like my first legit board that I bought from, it was like an Alien Workshop Matrix.
Yeah, I remember you used to ride Alien.
That's all I rode
Yeah.
forever, and like I got it from this place.
Why did you say
Slackers.
Matrix? Was
Well,
that
that was
the
a graphic.
What was on
It had like a checkered blue and red
Nice.
with like an alien face. In the
I
middle of
remember it. Yeah, I do.
And
I
was
remember
like-
because you had it probably,
Yeah.
like, or someone had it around.
But I got it at like Slackers, and I didn't know anything about like buying a board, and I didn't have enough money for bearings, and I was asked to do it. I was like, can I just like, I get everything except for the bearings. I was like, can I just like skate without the bearings? Nah, dude.
You can try.
So they ended up like hooking me up a little bit with bearings. I think I got like used bearings or something like that.
Only at a skate shop, right?
But I was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, but only at a skate shop, right? Would they hook you up because
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
you'd help.
And it was
find
like
the loans.
Slackers back in the day. It was like a good shop out in Portsmouth,
Yeah.
and that was like the early '90s.
Did they do snowboarding too?
They had snowboard stuff. Yeah.
I feel like in New Hampshire that goes
Yeah.
hand in hand because like that's
There's
like,
there's
big
some
out
money to be made for those guys.
Yeah.
On that stuff.
A lot of them can keep their doors open if they don't have just skateboarding
Yeah.
too, you know, like, because there's other stuff to make it.
There's like clothes was a big part of it too, like clothing, because Portsmouth's kind of like, I don't know, boutique type of stuff everywhere. Yeah, exactly. So they made some money off of like stuff like
I don't
that.
even know what that meant.
It meant something. You get like a hand song.
Okay. How long have you been skating? Do you know the exact year? Or like an exact number? How many years?
I don't know exact number, like 27 probably.
Well, let's do the math. When did you start skating? Kevin's got a calculator. What year did you? What day? How old were you when you started? Do you
I
remember?
was probably like, no, I don't remember what day. It was like a Tuesday.
Sorry. What?
I was probably in like, I think I was in like 6th grade, maybe 5th grade.
How old are you then? Kevin knows. You're not that far
Kevin
from
knows
there,
that
right?
stuff.
Like,
Math is my weak spot, by the way. I'm not good at that.
what's that?
I think like 11.
So roughly, we'll say 11.
Yeah,
I started when I was 13. So you were already skating for a while before me.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
36.
Damn, you gotta think about it.
it.
Okay, I'm 35. So yeah, you were skating before me for sure, I think. So, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, I like to figure out the exact number usually because then you can know how, like, you can see the ratio of how much you've lived with or without a skateboard.
Yeah.
So for me, 21, I'm 35, so I've lived more than half my life as a skateboarder.
Oh yeah, that's all that I know for sure.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, you probably had like a board back in the day too, like a Ninja Turtle board or whatever, right?
I had
Before
one-
you skated.
I had a Tiger. It was my
Yeah.
my aunt Tina, who's tough as shit, bro. Just so you guys will know out there, my aunt Tina will kick your ass.
Yeah, probably.
She would, dude, for real. Okay, you guys have to meet my aunt Tina. She lives in Maine now, which fits her perfect because
Nice.
she's away from humans. She has a bunch of pit bull dogs too, and she would get in so much shit because like they were wild and would attack people, and she would like,
yeah.
or something would happen, the dogs would fight each other, then the neighbors would get pissed,
Yeah.
and then but she's a tough lady. She beat my mom up a few times. Just my mom like a little too drunk, and my aunt, they're sisters, you know,
Yeah.
so just like banging each other out, and like, and my aunt is like pretty tall. But she got me this like generic like board from fucking Dick Schmo's fucking non-skate shop,
Yeah.
you know? And it was just like a plastic piece of soft, everything falling apart, and it had a tiger face on it.
Nice.
Just the face, and it was the sickest thing.
It was like a Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, I didn't even care like that I could barely ride it, but it was just like the tiger face, and it was like clip art. It was like so cheesy,
Yeah, yeah.
but I was just like, art. This little art tiger thing is so sick. Oh yeah, so to trail along, so you got into skating, but then I know you got hooked up with like Deluxe. I knew you were filming. It was probably through filming with Dan. How did Dan get hooked up with Deluxe as well?
Through Dale.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
Dale's like the epicenter of like hooking people up for skateboarding.
that's amazing.
Like, cause he was like skating. Vellucci was filming Dale, and Dale was like, "Hey, my homie's like filming and doing editing and stuff like that." And I went over there and met him, and I was like, "Damn, he's got like a legit setup," and he was like hyped on it.
Yeah.
So then like, from
What was
there,
he
we just
filming
went
with at
from-
that time? Do you remember?
His camera?
Yeah,
Like
what
a
is-
like a VX 1000 or whatever.
Nice. Well, at least it was that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably had something older than that, but at least that's legit.
Yeah, I think he had like turntables and stuff like that, and he sold it for like a camera.
Oh, good. Sick. Good for him.
So that's how he got into it. But then, I don't know, I was riding for Aesthetics in Elwood.
What do you
Back
What do you
then.
mean when you say I was riding for it?
I was getting flow from those guys.
Nice, like from a rep or something.
Yeah,
That's
from
sick.
this dude Ron Resurrection.
Choo
He's
choo
like
choo choo. I know Ron. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
He
dude
used
was,
to
like,
do
hooking
that?
me up with, yeah, he's hooking me up with boards and stuff like that through Eastern Border.
What? That's sick.
And then I went out to Tampa one year with those guys, and like, or not with aesthetics, but Eastern Border sent me out there, and they signed me up for Tampa Am, and they signed me up for vert.
Oh, really?
And it was like just the only way to get me in, I guess.
Oh, okay. I was
like, whatever, but I can't even drop in on a vert ramp, so I was like, I'm probably not gonna win this vert contest. So I went and I just skated the park the whole time.
Oh, sick.
And
did they just put you in the AM one? Or
no, I didn't even enter the contest. I just skated.
Wait, so you bailed on your vert run?
Yeah, I didn't even. I just left.
Puss.
During the vert stuff, I left because I was like, they're gonna like call me up there.
And Mike Frazier's out there. You're like, yeah, this is not gonna be good.
Hopefully it wasn't too awkward when they was like, oh, he's not here.
Next up, Chris Trembley. Just credits.
Yeah.
That's amazing. They don't even have a ramp there anymore.
Oh, really? It's gone?
The big
Because it had like that. It was a gnarly one too. It had like metal at the bottom of the transition. I remember like looking at it and like, I'm not dropping in on this thing or even messing with it at all.
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty much. I mean, you can skate transition, but
not
ever
bad.
since I've known you, you've been just like skating street and like lurking around. Like definitely. I don't know if I've ever seen you pad up.
No. Well, I padded up. I did for a year with like Crazy Horse and Pat and those dudes because they would come up to Rye. Pat Murphy.
Oh, nice.
And like
I saw Crazy Horse like last weekend.
Yeah. And like I was like, Rye was like, the sessions weren't really going off, but those guys were coming up to skate the vert ramp. So I was like, screw it. I was like, I'm just gonna skate the vert ramp. I'll pad up just to like ride with people that I'm like friends with, like or whatever, and like have a session. So I like tried to skate vert for like a year.
Was it better with the pads on?
Yeah, because you can try tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Not land any of it. But
I've never
still like try. I like try like a ton of shit and just like knee slide.
That's probably half the fun is just like flinging yourself.
It's good. Yeah.
It's crazy. I've never actually put knee pads on or I put them on, but I've never put them on in skate transition just because like my knee is so jacked. I don't think I can knee slide that well. Yeah. Just like it hurts, you know.
Like I got hooked up to like these big ones that are like thick or whatever. Like I think those ones like Kevin Day makes or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know.
Someone had like a pair and they're like, here, dude, you can have these.
That's sick.
Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, it was like a good winter to like skate vert and like I'd always be like, oh, in my head and be like, I'm gonna try like Christian Soy method air, like I was saying, and like I would get like that high above the coping. I'd get like 2 inches above the coping.
Did you unbutton your shirt and just like?
Yeah, I had like a bandana hanging around my pocket.
Yeah, but you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Just didn't stick.
No, it was just. I mean, it was fun, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna skate.
Can we acknowledge that Crazy Horse looks like Kurt Russell?
Yeah, he does.
Right?
Yeah,
or Patrick Swayze.
He looks like someone that is like in movies.
Yeah. You ever seen the movie Tombstone about Wyatt Earp and like all those dudes?
No.
Oh, you should. First thing you should do after this podcast is go watch. You seen it, Kevin?
Tombstone?
No.
You should Google that. Just to get some visuals because we'll see Crazy Horse in there. It's an epic movie. My father like turned me on to it, and it's like one of those classic ones where they just battle out. It's like a western but done super epic. Yeah. Doesn't that look like Crazy Horse?
Yeah.
Right on the left.
Crazy Horse.
Yeah, exactly. He has those piercing blue eyes where you're like, this dude's just been out on the range.
Dude,
like,
and he's funny too because he did show up and he had like a wolf. Like he had like
he's
like a wolf with him. Or I don't even know if it was a wolf, but I think it was a wolf.
And mine as well, man. Fit his persona.
Yeah.
Made sense that he had a wolf.
Yeah.
How'd you meet Crazy Horse? Is that the island?
Scares Island.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was your first memories of the island or going there?
Oh, I just remember I went to 8 Ball.
Nice.
One day, and then because I was like, trying to find places to skate somewhere new. I was like with my homie Ralph. You know Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph's a man.
I haven't seen him in a little while, but
I was just gonna say same thing.
We were like, yeah, let's go skate something new. So we looked it up on like Transworld, in the magazine. They used to have the park section, so we like looked it up. We went to 8 Ball.
Skated for like Transworld did that.
Yeah, it was rad. We skated for like 15 minutes, and then we were like, let's go check out this other place on Rhode Island called Skaters Island. And it was like right after they redid, like they built the vert ramp and expanded it, I think.
Yeah.
I never went when it was small and like more like yellow.
Yeah, it was all in like basically one room.
Yeah.
And there was like volcano.
But I just remember like walking in there and you walk straight into the vert ramp and you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it like opens up. Yeah, I remember that too.
It was awesome, but like Crazy Horse was working there, like working the counter or whatever, and like skating and stuff like that.
I never knew he like worked there. Like I knew he had something to do, but I like whenever we'd go in there, it was just like I was too excited and like just didn't know how to handle the situation, like, and just like I see kids at the edge like that nowadays. They're just like overwhelmed, and that was me. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, who's running the show? You know, like especially that place, the island was like some crazy shit went down for sure. Stories.
Oh yeah, there's some stories.
Me and Zara, or was it me and you? Did we ride a couch down that?
No,
it was me and Zara, dude. We took this dusty ass couch they had on top of the vert ramp, and they had like there was one part where there was a roll-in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just fucking got the couch and positioned it down the roll-in and rode that bitch down. How tall was that thing?
It was a 12 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that same vert ramp, Jeff, Jeff tells me,
Yeah.
he wanted to learn how to drop in on the vert. So terrified, but like we had no money and whatever. I was like, if you put your tail on the coping one more time without dropping in, you owe me McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's like $5, but like back then, and he was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to buy you McDonald's. And he put his tail on the coping and dropped in, but he dropped in like, here's the vert wall, stickman style. Like he didn't bend his knees at all.
And he's a tall dude.
Yeah, he's all lanky, straight to like hip, and like he basically belly flopped on the flat bottom. It was so gnarly. If you asked him about it, he still would be like upset about it. I'm like, dude, you should have landed it. Okay, we gotta backtrack because it's probably gonna happen a bunch because I'm too excited, but jump all over the place. But Dan. How did you? So Tampa. How
Tampa.
did you do in Tampa? Oh, you didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was just there, and I was skating during like practices and
Vert
stuff
Chris
like
Trembley
that.
was there.
I was skating vert,
Yeah.
But I did a couple of tricks, and like there was a bunch of filmers out there, and photographers and stuff like during like practice or whatever, and I was skating the pyramid, and I did like gap nose blunt, which was like that was like my go-to trick.
Yeah. So that year because those got into print. Right?
It got into magazines and stuff like that, and ended up getting like an unknown warrior. Like when they have like the whatever, like the results of the contest or whatever, they added one on the bottom. It was like unknown warrior because I didn't talk to anyone.
Oh, nice.
I just went there and did that trick, and I didn't know like who I was or anything.
You were in the vert contest, you didn't show up, and then your nose blunt in the pyramid.
Yeah. And the same year, like I was there and drinking and like just being stupid or whatever.
Wait, the same year? So the same weekend?
Yeah, it was the same. It was the same weekend. It was like after. It was like that night probably or whatever.
After you killed the nose blunt.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, like being dumb, drinking, young, whatever. I was like, oh, I just wanted to find like alligators. So I was like, my idea was I'm gonna go find some alligators. I'm gonna jump in this canal.
I can picture it being
like,
epic.
I'm a crocodile hunter. I'm pretty sure I can pull this off. Like
You're
Dale
coming out
was
in
with
New
me. There was like
Hampshire.
a couple other dudes, and we jumped in the canal. And like Dale does it first, gets out.
Such a bad idea.
I jump in, and it's all concrete. The wall's concrete, and I jump in. I can't get out. I'm like trying like a rat trying to get out of like a water bowl or whatever, you know. And I'm like trying to get out. Someone holds like a tree branch down or whatever, and like pulls me out.
Gnarly.
And then I get out, and I'm just like bleeding everywhere.
Jesus.
And
why are you bleeding?
Like
crocodile?
The concrete had barnacles and shit all over it.
Oh fuck.
So I'm trying to get out. I'm just getting sliced up, but I'm so drunk I don't feel anything, and like just like stupid. And I'm like in my boxers, just gushing blood all over the place. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know. I needed stitches in multiple places.
Really?
I was like, I don't know. I was like, I gotta go back to the hotel room, and like we're up at like we're on like the 10th floor of this hotel. So I walk through like the lobby in my boxers, bleeding everywhere.
They're like, we think so got attacked by an alligator.
Get into the elevator, and there's like a couple in there, and I'm just like,
sorry,
just sitting there, like just like so awkward. And like I was wasted, so it wasn't awkward for me, but it probably was pretty awkward for them. And I get up into the hotel room, and I was like, I don't know what to do, so I passed out in the bathtub.
Not what
because I was like, I'm bleeding everywhere.
Yeah,
I filled it with water and passed out in
there.
So it was all like, it looked like it was just full of blood. And everyone had left in the morning, and I was in there passed out.
Gnarly.
And I woke up to the maids.
Oh my god.
And they thought I was dead. They were like yelling, there's like a dead person or whatever, like in the bathtub, like in like Spanish or whatever. They're just like yelling, like freaking out. I'm like they ran, and then I was like, I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my stuff, like they took off. I grabbed my stuff. I told them, I was like, I'm not dead, like whatever, you know, like
barely.
Grabbed my stuff, get out of the hotel, and just like went. So I just like left, like went down the street or whatever. But then it like started this rumor after that someone had like died down there. That was me too. I didn't.
You made a big impact on this trip, dude.
I didn't skate the vert ramp because or whatever, the vert contest. And I died, so that was like that's what I did. And I had like number 12 award or whatever for the unknown warrior
random
thing
dude
with no name. So it was just like a mystery trip.
Yeah, you like made an impact, but no one knows who you are still.
Yeah, and I just remember like getting onto the plane to fly home, and like my feet are all sliced up. Just like hobbling through the airport, just like it was like the last part of that trip after like the canal situation just sucked. I was there for a couple of days and just like.
Did you ever get stitches, or did you just let him heal?
Nah, I still have. The kid that was with us too was like an EMT or whatever. He's like, "Oh, you're fine." There's like blood shooting out of my leg all over the place, and I still have like a gouge. Like I can like put my finger into it. Like it's like a bullet
yeah,
hole
you need
looking
stitches
thing.
then. Yeah, you need stitches on that.
So yeah, but that's how. So from that to which leads into I got that like a sequence or whatever in a magazine
of the Gap Nose one.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And then the dudes, I got a contact from.
And you were, sorry to slow your thought process, but you were riding for aesthetics at the time.
I was riding for aesthetics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like flow rep
in Elwood.
Yeah. Sick.
And yeah, I ended up getting
the sequence,
and then contacted from Deluxe.
What do you mean contacted?
Like,
how was that? That's like something I would like dream of. Like,
yeah, like someone hit me up and they were, I don't know if it was
sent
through
you a
Eastern
letter
Border
in
or
the
whatever. It was
mailbox?
out of the blue for me. It was like just like a phone call, like, "What's up, man? Like you want to ride for like Deluxe or whatever?"
Do you remember who it was?
I do.
Nice.
I'm gonna make sure I get his last name right.
Nice.
But yeah, but yeah, it was just like I was like, I don't know, like I feel bad because I'm riding for aesthetics, but I was just like flow. Like those dudes at the company didn't know who I was or anything like that. So,
but that's still pretty cool. Like just to get hooked up and get flowed, and like it's through the rep. So the rep is probably just like your homie like hooked it up, right?
Yeah,
like, your homie is like, yeah, kid needs some product, but you're not really on the team or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's sick.
Dude, I feel so bad that I just want to get his name wrong because it's been so long.
Yeah, go ahead. But that's sick. And he called you, and he's just like, fucking, you want to ride for Deluxe, or did you say you want to like? How do you say it? Just get some product.
Yeah, just like come. There's Matt Newton. Who's the dude.
Oh, Matt, Newton. That's right.
I stayed with him for a while too. I just wanted to make sure I got his last name.
No, you're absolutely right to do that because Matt was a fucking man, dude. I forgot about Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Matt hooked it up. Like he sent me packages and stuff like that. And then there was like a summer that I was with you and Vellucci, and like we were filming a bunch of stuff, and like for who knows what, we were just like filming parts for nothing.
Well, you just had you had a spark, dude. Like you had a spark that like we just kind of tailed on with because you were on a mission. You were like a man, as corny as to say, possessed. Like you were always finding spots and thinking about creating videos and doing video parts and super with the music. Like I didn't know anything about that shit really, like till I met you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a fun time. Like with
what were you doing? No, that's my question because I remember you just had like a mission. You were just on a mission.
I was just skating and filming.
You were the first dude I met that like was like just doing shit and making it happen somehow. Like,
I just enjoyed it. I enjoy like the set, like the mission of like like get out there and film some tricks and see what you can get and like find spots. And like Vellucci was down for it, and he had the van, so we'd be like, let's go spot hunt and like skate. And he had a generator and lights.
But like for real, you guys were like fixing up spots like outside Boston, in Boston, cutting kinks, like doing all the stuff that needed to be done back then. Like doing it. No one else is doing that. Like I know that. Like it caught on. You know. Like you guys were like progressive for East Coast.
It was fun.
Sure.
Yeah, we had some drive for sure, and we enjoyed it. So it was like, yeah, let's fucking do it every night. And I was in like high school, and I was like staying out until like 2, 3 in the morning, and like skating, and like go to school the next day. Or like,
you guys went as far as to get the whole generator, lights, everything.
Yeah.
You guys had everything.
The whole deal.
Yeah.
And then there was like one summer, we were like, yeah, let's just drive out to California. And like you were with us, like we like hopped in. We went to like Ohio, skated like, I think we skated like Dodge Park out there, like where Chaz McGee's from.
Chaz McGee, dude.
Yeah.
Why do I know Chaz McGee? Why is that like?
He does like fly out 720.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna have to look up. Pull up Chaz McGee's, Kevin, please. Chaz McGee's skateboarding. Yeah, the intern got you your coffee. How is it?
It's good. Perfect. Thank you.
Nice.
2 and 2 caramel.
2 and 2 caramel.
But remember, like on video was going back in the day,
So
like back
sick.
then, and they had a thing on Hubba that was like, oh, it's done. They knobbed it. Like it's never gonna be skated again. And like me, you, and Vellucci went out there.
Oh! Intern. Sorry, intern. Turn the volume down.
And we cut the knobs off and skated it.
Just play it real quick, and we'll.
There we go. It's muted.
But I remember like we went out there and skated. Like we skated Hubba, and like I got a nose blunt on it. You got like.
I probably slept.
I think you did like a no slide nollie flipper. You did like something.
Something. I'm sure I got something
on it. Yeah.
I know I just remember the nose blunt because you proved them wrong. You know, there everyone's like, oh, it's fucking whatever, and we just
Yeah.
drove from the whole East Coast to liberate Hubba, cut the kinks off. I remember
It took us like 2 hours to
Dude,
get
it
the kicks
was-
off.
it was hectic. Hold on, let's see some Chaz McGee. I knew the name, but I just didn't remember Chaz McGee.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. He's an Ohio dude.
Just killing it. Yes, that was so
Yeah.
sick. Perfect. I remember being at Hubba Hideout, and we had to set the generator up, and it was like so far away.
Yeah, it was super far.
We had so many cords and shit.
Because we were trying not to be too loud because security kept coming out. And we're like sitting there with the sawzall trying to chop. It was like titanium rods. It took forever to cut through.
You had to cut them twice, right?
Yeah.
Because it was a one that wrapped around the ledge.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just came all the way from the East Coast. You were already getting stuff from Deluxe at that time?
I was getting flow from those guys, but like when we did that and then like gave them the footage of it or whatever, they're like super hyped. You know, they're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, how could
And
you
like
not?
I think we ended up staying out there or like going back, and I stayed with Matt in like just filming and stuff like that, and kind of from there it kind of like I went on a couple trips with the Lux guys that took me down to LA, and then like out to Arizona and stuff like that, and I didn't know what it was. I'm like, I've never been on like a trip with a team before or anything like that.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of other dudes there too that weren't on the team, and I didn't know what the hell was
Who
going
were some
on.
of these early players? Because this was like C and double.
Shit.
Was this C and
It was,
double?
no,
then?
it was before
Ah,
all that.
before that.
Yeah.
It was like flow dudes and stuff.
It was all flow dudes.
Nice.
And I
Not
can't
everyone
remember-
made it, bro. Not
like,
everyone made it.
Dude from one of the dudes that was down there from Atlanta.
ATL Shredder.
Yeah,
Did he get on the team?
I'm terrible with names. Nah, he didn't. But he was a ripper too.
That's why I don't.
All
remember.
those dudes like killed it that were down there.
Yeah.
I wanted to say his name, I just had it too, and I forgot.
Damn it.
Like off the top.
Well, so you went on this trip. What was that?
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was, and like we're like skating, filming a bunch of tricks, and like skating all these spots that I had seen in videos and stuff like that. So I was just like, from New Hampshire, whatever. And I'm fucking psyched to be skating like
Yeah.
this 20 stair, fucking dumb handrail or whatever. Like no one else wants to skate.
Yeah.
And so we went out to this like one rail, and I was like, I gotta get this lip slide on here, and like went out there like 3 times. I just wanted it so bad.
What are we
And
talking for a rail?
It was like a 20 stair. It was like mellow. It was like super mellow, 3 flat. Like it was a
You just
weird
kept going.
setup, but there was a ledge next to it, so it was kind of safe.
That's nice.
Like you're not gonna get sacked on it.
yeah, that's good.
But like Mickey was there.
Oh,
and
I
he was,
remember
like-
this rail.
Yeah,
I kind of remember this rail. Did someone else skate it with you?
Let's Go was there. He
That's
was,
why I
he was, like, Smith
remember it.
grinded it.
Yeah, I remember you both had it on the same rail.
Yeah.
Nice. And I used to make fun of Let's Go a lot, so that was like a good time to make fun of him too. I think I probably did for sure.
I'm not gonna say like, if he was weird or not.
He's come on the show. He's actually
Oh, nice.
he's actually the man. But
So-
like, you know, if you can't laugh at yourself,
Yeah,
you know, and I've been that way before.
But like at the end of that trip, I kind of realized, oh, that was like to like figure out who they're gonna like bring up to the team or whatever.
Like
I didn't know. Honestly, I had no idea. And like afterwards, like they were like, yeah, we want you to like put you on as AM or whatever. And I was like fucking so psyched.
Hell yeah.
And just
What did they say? They just said that? Matt said it? Who told you? Who'd you meet? Who's working there? Who are the people like?
it was mostly Matt. Matt's like the dude that I always talk to
Oh, no.
when I was out there. And
Did you meet
like
Thibaut?
even through there. Yeah.
He was out
Jim,
there?
yeah. And like, but I always
Oh,
just hung
Mickey
out with-
too, right?
And Mickey, yeah,
He's
yeah.
out there too.
Mickey and Jason Ferris,
Oh,
like a little
yeah,
bit further
Jason.
on, because Mickey was the team manager when I first got on as an AM. I don't remember how like it came about, like being like you want to be AM or not.
Yeah.
It was just like I was just skating and filming. I think that was it. It just kind of
Yeah.
like they put my name in an ad or whatever, and I was like, all right,
That's pretty
I guess
sick.
that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
So
Well, that's good because you weren't expecting anything. You
Yeah.
put your head down, you appreciate it,
Yeah.
you skated hard, and good things happen.
I was doing what I was gonna do anyways. I was just because it was even with you and Volusia, I was just skating and filming. Like
Yeah, you were
every
already
day.
on. That's what I was saying. Even
Yeah.
before you went out to California and got sponsored, you were on this like mission that like, and you kind of helped me realize what it would take to make it or to like get it in, like the work ethic and the drive and vision because you had it.
Yeah.
Like we drove all across the country because of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was just like Chris and is going, we're going like fucking in. I don't even know where I was living at that time. Like how did I go across the country?
I think you were
How old
probably
were
in New
you?
Bedford.
Yeah.
You were like with Bob. Did you live with Bob?
Yeah, I lived with Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been it. I was living with
Yeah.
my friend Bob. He filmed. Old man Bob. Shout out Bob Costa.
Yeah,
What up?
Bob.
Boop, 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 boop. He's a man, dude. I
Yeah.
still see him around. He says he wants to get out and film. He hasn't in a while, but
Yeah.
hopefully I can get him out.
He's
He-
pro- He's probably got the VX 1000 still, right?
For sure, he's probably has to dust it off. Like,
Sick.
he used to film from the car. We used to give him so much shit because we'd keep him out so late, dude, and he'd have to go to work.
He'd
He'd
work
work
third
like
shift.
third shift,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'd keep him out so late, and he'd be like nodding off in the car filming, like
Yeah.
amazing. Some of that footage is so classic.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. But okay, so that's a fucking trip right there, getting hooked up. So you're riding for? Did they get the full thing? Real Spitfire Thunder?
Yeah.
It's just like you're on.
Yeah, all of it. And then,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
What was the first like team
Hardware.
trip?
I got hardware.
Hardware?
Hardware, yeah.
Oh, they had
That was
some.
like my major sponsor.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
There, here you go. Who ended up being on AM with you? I know Peter, right? Peter
Well,
Ron.
it was before those guys were on too.
Yeah.
So it was just I was the only AM
That's funny because
like
when I-
from the newer guys at least, or I guess I was like the first newer guy out of that bunch, and then we met like Peter and Darrell, like a couple months later, or like a little bit time later, we met him out in like Arizona or something like that when we were out on a trip, and like those guys got on too after that, but they weren't. I don't think they were there on that first like trip that they took me on to like feel us out to see who they were gonna bring up or whatever. Even if I don't even know if that's what it was, but it seems like that's probably what it was.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure, cause like I went out there I went out there on a trip too, and I think it was with like, it was with Peter and them and
Yeah.
Ernie and Leo
yeah.
Romero, and like basically they just had us come out, shred all the spots, create content, and then like if you had a good attitude and like were cool, they were gonna like keep you involved, you know, in some way. That's
and
how
like
I got
Deluxe
into
is
the
always
Thunder.
like they're down for like if you're
The moment, the better, which makes you a good
Yeah.
fit because you're
the,
being in the
the
moment.
first year was rad too. Like it was like Cairo Foster, which is that dude's amazing. Like, he's like an amazing
Legend.
person too. Like just like awesome dude.
I asked him to be on the show.
Field.
He said I can't remember what he said, but he didn't. He wasn't rude, so I think
Sick.
I can
Yeah,
get him on.
he's awesome. Matt Field, Huffnagel,
Legends, dude.
Mark Gonzalez, which is like you go on a trip with Mark Gonzalez and you're like, hell yeah.
Tell me. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just see like videos like.
It's just like it's just rad. Like sit in like a fast food joint or whatever and hanging out and like talking to him like about some crazy nonsense. It was like the best shit ever.
Yeah, he
Like,
seems like he's like a savant almost.
Yeah.
Like he's like childish still, but it's like he's preserved that, you
Yeah.
know, which is legendary.
but like Damian Bravo, JT Olds, Business,
so good, so
obviously, like all those dudes. Yeah, it was a sick team, and
Yeah.
like we went on a bunch of trips, and it was all like it was super fun. Like you get burnt out on traveling too much sometimes.
Well, you guys are raging too. I remember seeing
Yeah.
Double. There's like you found an owl. You're drinking like whiskey and shit. Everyone's like kind of.
I was only on that trip for half of it because I got hurt. I messed up my back pretty bad and had to fly home. I like bruised my kidneys or something.
Not really.
Like yeah, I thought it was my back. It was just like oh, I can't keep going. So I bailed out once we get to like Las Vegas or like Arizona or something like that. And those guys kept going and raging. But yeah, trips were always like
They were sketchy then, because I remember people with knives and popping tires and like.
because Nicky, you got Nicky as a team manager. And it's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
he's
a wild
pulling
guy.
knives on people constantly and just like the situations that we'd end up in are just like what the fuck is going on, you know, like
Yeah.
sketchy.
Yeah.
He's an awesome dude. I love Nicky, but like some of the situations would be sketchy.
He has a nice reputation. You know. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on his bad side.
Yeah, that's why you're careful with your words right now.
Yeah.
Come get his ass, Mickey. I'll give you his address.
He's been good to me. He's always been good to me.
Nice. All right. Well, do you want to take an intermission here? And Kevin, you want to actually first? Can you plug that into the iPhone?
Yeah.
And Kevin, you want to pull up some facts about the Olympics?
Oh, yes.
So we'll take a little intermission make sure you hit the low power. We'll do a little intermission so Kevin can enlighten me and Chris about the Olympics. Hit the top one. Oh yeah, that works. Nice. All right. I was texting Kevin last night. I was like, "You gotta look up some stuff about the
I've written
Olympics."
down.
He's brought his book and everything.
Oh, nice.
Kid's pro.
Alright,
Love
so I got 6 kind of funny facts, and then I just have like the one technical fact. It's gonna be the moment they're composing it of 80 skaters. It's gonna be 40 men, 40 women.
Wait. 80 skaters.
Yeah, 80 skaters.
40
total.
men, 40 women. So there's 2 divisions.
So, yeah, I
The
think
men and women aren't skating against each other.
No,
Bummer.
they're separated.
Bummer.
Yeah.
That'd be a slaughter.
Stop.
I thought this was kind of funny. Neil Hendricks is one of the 3 people that formed the Tokyo 2020 Skateboarding Commission, so he's like one of the 3 people in charge of the whole thing.
Wait, Neil Hendricks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good though, cause like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, like you could look up his video part. You know he's like loves skateboarding.
And then I think it's him and then someone that's like involved in rollerblading. It said in the article.
Strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
Wait. So, really?
Yeah, because of like the international. I wish I could remember the name. It was like a French thing. It was like this like roller skating commission
Are you
that
kidding
has
me?
a hand in the Olympics. So it's like a third of it's like a rollerblader organization and the skateboarding commission together are running the 2020 Olympic event.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
It's skateboarding. It's not roller skating.
I know.
Roller skating or rollerblading is different.
I think it's roller skating. Hold on, let me try
That's
to
a
go
little
back to the
better, I
article.
feel.
It's from
I like
Like
roller
high-speed
skating.
roller skating.
Like as a preference, I like roller skating more than rollerblading.
Yeah.
If you want to rollerblade, go right the fuck ahead. But when I see roller skating, I think like disco and like doing.
I see
laps.
more roller skaters than I do rollerbladers for sure.
Yeah.
Like
right?
I don't know if it's like that down here, but like we had these like roller derby girls up
Yeah, we
in
have
New
some
Hampshire.
too.
They're always like they fucking clean up the skate park. They
That's
they
it.
like do way more than the kids that skate down there. And like they're always there. Like they skate the half pipe. They just go back and forth. Or whatever.
That's sick. Yeah. Well, there's some that come to the edge and they do like handstands and
Yeah.
like all types of crazy shit I've never seen before.
There it is, the International de Roller Sports.
Well, that looks
That's
pretty
the
Olympic.
organization. Federation International de Roller Sports.
They're on the rollerblades that look like
It's basically
ice
like ice
skates.
skates. Yeah.
Yeah. But why does that have anything to do with skateboarding? It's not even in the same league. It's not even
Because it's a roller.
I think it's just the Olympics.
blame Kevin.
Yeah.
You brought it up, bro.
So skateboarding is in the Olympics then.
Yeah.
So wait, recap the first one.
The first one it's gonna be the
80
amount of
people? Was
Yeah,
that
80
it?
skaters in total, and 40 are gonna be men, 40 are gonna be women. They're separate divisions.
Okay, which is
Yeah.
a bummer. 'Cause-
And what else? This one does seem pretty interesting. So this one's absolutely confirmed for U.S. athletes, but I don't think it's holding for other countries. But
what?
due to the U.S. Olympic Commission's massive deal with Nike, it stipulates that all athletes must be dressed head to toe in Nike apparel and footwear during the Olympic arrangements, even
All
if they
for
don't
the
skate
US?
for Nike.
So Nike is the
That's
sponsor of the
crazy.
U.S. team.
Yeah, well, basically, because they
Yeah.
have like a deal with the
Olympic
Olympic Commission, the U.S. Olympic Commission. Yeah, so everyone that's skating has to be in Nike.
Now that's.
But I think they're
fresh.
probably going to be making like the U.S. like jumpsuit because they're probably going to be in some sort of uniform.
I
Oh,
hope,
the
I hope
guitar
it's like
thing.
some like spandex weird shit.
Yeah.
It looks like a like futuristic
Like,
metal on
yeah.
it,
Yeah,
like
right.
spandex. Like.
But yeah,
Wait.
all Nike.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's just gonna be big check marks out there.
Probably for U.S. at least. It's not. It didn't say it was confirmed for other countries, but for
Damn.
U.S. yeah.
Can you sponsor other countries then?
Well, there's actually something kind of interesting about other countries. This one I wrote down. It's like a paragraph about it, but it said at the Rio 2016 Olympics, the British Olympic Commission outlined a number of sponsor-related rules that athletes had to sign off on in order to compete. And these rules outlawed sponsors who aren't partnered with the BOA from they can't congratulate athletes or even wish them good luck in a public forum. So basically, any sponsor besides Adidas that has a UK rider has to pretend that their rider is not at the Olympics at all, or else the rider won't be able to compete.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Just nonsense.
Yeah.
That's just nonsense. What world? What is the reason?
I think that one's for UK.
How long is the Olympics? Like a week?
Yeah, or no, I think it's
It'll come and go.
Yeah.
it's like July
What are you
to
saying? Like
August.
it's just it'll pass.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make a big impact. You think?
No.
It'll just be once a year. It'll be hyped on the Olympics and whoever.
No, it's like once every what is it? 8
every
years?
4 years.
4 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
4 years. Yeah, that makes sense. Not
Yeah.
once a year. I've watched very little of the Olympics.
Yeah. And they're not doing vert. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
There's 2 categories. It's gonna be street street league and park like the Vans Park series. That's
Wait,
Wait,
vert. It seems like
No vert.
Vert would be the first thing.
Yeah.
Trembley wouldn't show up. That's why he's not showing up. Bro. But so wait, there's gonna be 40 men, 40 women.
Yep.
Does that 40 break down to 20 and 20 in each discipline?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
In
Like, I
each
think
discipline?
I don't know. I don't even know how many people they're gonna take from each country. Like,
So
I
is
think-
20 people gonna skate street and 20 people gonna skate concrete parks or whatever?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm not
But,
sure.
oh, that okay, yeah. So I wonder
Yeah.
if that's how that breaks down, or is it going to be the same dudes in the street can skate the transition one?
No,
too?
I think they're gonna break it up. I think you're gonna do like street or transition.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Unless, because look at it. All right, this was another fact. The Australian Olympic Commission granted Shane O'Neill a $20,000 medal incentive bonus almost immediately after skating was confirmed in the Olympics, and 2 Australian skaters were given full university scholarships as a direct result of skating being in the Olympics. So Australia is trying to be like ahead of the game, like as far as like putting skaters into the Olympics, so much that they gave
They're already
Shane
bribing
O'Neill
Shane
20
O'Neill.
grand to do it.
So wait, the deal is he has to get a medal.
Yeah, I believe so.
The
It's a medal
stipulation is if
incentive
you get a
bonus.
medal, you'll
Yeah,
get it.
Yeah. But yeah,
They should
and,
send like who's that?
They're betting on their
like Lee Ralph.
Ralph,
Whatever
yeah,
they should send him.
See,
It's like
that's what I
they're-
think they'd split it, because I don't think he'd be like going in on a transition contest too. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's gonna be like bowl style, I think. Or
Yeah, Lee Ralph.
But
You
yeah.
just get out there, like Jason Jesse out there, Andy Roy out there in the Olympic team, United States. You think Nike wouldn't put their branding on them?
Yeah.
That's a tough gig, man. The
Yeah.
Olympics, it seems like the Wheaties box and all, but then you're that guy, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it was just
I
cool.
don't know.
It's like someone's got to be that guy, but it's like, I don't know, you know?
Mhm. What I thought was kind of cool too is the course is going to be opened to the public over the course of the competition. So when the skating isn't happening, like during the competition, you can go on the course and skate.
Like
Huh.
you?
Yeah, like if you show up to the
It's
Olympics
pretty good
and watching,
liability.
you can go skate the course that they're going to be skating, even the same day as the event is
With the
happening.
medalist? You could be on
Yeah,
the same
maybe. I don't
course?
know if you
Oh.
have to be wearing Nike to set foot on the course or
We
what.
went,
But
one year we went to the X Games in Connecticut, and we went like when they were closed or whatever.
Yeah.
And we told them that we were in the contest.
Oh, shit.
And
They
then we
believed
wanted
it.
to
They're like,
practice
"He
or
looks like a
whatever.
vert skater."
So we get to like skate to the park. It was just like snowboard jumps and stuff though. It
Oh,
wasn't very
sick.
fun to skate.
All you had
I was
to-
like, yeah, like my Andy Max like over here. Like I was like dropping all these names. Like yeah, let me skate. Some security guard is like whatever, dude.
Oh, that's sick. Was it a fun? It was a crazy course.
No,
though.
it wasn't very fun.
Then what was it? What did you say? The X Games? That was a wild one.
Yeah,
Remember the Gravity Games? It was like Gravity Games.
gravity
X
games were in Rhode Island, right?
Rhode Island. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that's wild, dude. I don't know about having one sponsor for one team, but I guess that is that like that with sports?
I don't know, honestly.
Like, does all the people on
I don't know how those
Denver
contracts
Broncos ride for Nike?
See, I think
Ride?
so.
The
I
NFL,
think
because it's like
Nike-
some sort of like
Yeah.
head organization that would be in charge of like what's the skateboarding organization?
It's I believe the
WOFHAWA
for the Olympics, it's the Tokyo 2020 Skateboarding
Stands
Commission.
for
but that's
roller
part of another
skating,
commission. Let me scroll up to right here.
inclusive.
I don't know. This is all foreign to me because I didn't even. I heard that they were trying to put skateboarding into the Olympics, but I didn't know that it was actually like a legit thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's in
it's in
100%.
there. It's
It's
happening.
going. We're gonna see some dudes in some funny outfits for sure. Like skateboards you're not used to seeing in like whatever those roller
Is that
skating
Olympic
dudes.
spec? That park right there?
Yeah, that's to skate. Oh, that probably is. Isn't
It has to be a 5-foot quarter. pipe.
Isn't Street League part of it too? Are they involved in somehow?
I think that's actually how they're gonna decide the riders because it's coming from contest placements. I know that. So
Oh, like prior contests
yeah,
and
it'll
add up
probably be
points?
like Nyjah on US or something. You know what I mean?
Well, there's gonna be
Like-
20 or 40.
Yeah.
40 dudes. So.
Well, see, I don't know if it's. I think it's like 40 in total,
Oh, 40 people.
like in the whole competition.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
they take. I don't
I
think
hope
they
like
take
North Korea
40
sends
from
someone
each.
that just like rips.
Kills it. I guarantee it,
This
dude.
dude's been locked up in like
Because they're doing it
Staying
off
with a
of
half
the
pipe for, like,
contests.
Kim
20
Jong
years.
Un's nephew just got ill, kickflip nose blunt. You're like, what? How? It's gonna happen. Like you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Like I mean, dude, remember like fucking every Brazilian comes to the U.S. and kills the contest. They make livings just coming and killing like
Oh,
the
yeah.
do tours and
Do
stuff.
they
Like,
still do
dudes,
that?
yeah. Well, I don't know if they still. I haven't done a contest in a while like that. I do like more New England Am style, like not like a Mountain Dew one, but they just had like dudes like that would fly in, get work visas, come do these events, and then go back home, and the money would be worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Like it's that dude who renewed in Long Beach, Andre, right?
Oh yeah, Genovese.
Yeah.
Remember how good he
That
was?
kid was awesome.
Dude,
Or
he was like
a dude.
Yeah,
not
I was
like a
gonna
giant.
say. He was like 6'5".
I said that kid. He's like.
Do you know Kareem? Shoots photos. He's a big, tall dude. I'll have to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
him. Yeah, he reminds me of Andre Genovese. He's like 6 foot something, built like a fucking athlete and just. But how crazy was Andre skating? He would do so
Switchback
many
Smiths on
manuals.
everything.
Yeah, that and manuals. He
Yeah.
was such a big dude. He had the sickest manuals though. Okay, so where else are we, Kevin? Do you have more?
That was basically it. Yeah.
How do you feel? You're detached from all of this because you haven't been like you're not sponsored. You're not like, I mean, you ride for all I need. So I give you
Sweet,
boards.
thank
And,
you.
what's that?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I mean, I've been sitting in the box. I was like, Trembley
Yeah.
wants to keep skating because like you always kill it, and everything I see online, I'm like, the dude's clearly still ripping. You know, like
I've been skating a ton, yeah, trying to.
yeah.
But I don't know about how I feel about the Olympics, like.
Because
I guess I don't care.
it's a different thing when you're
Yeah.
like, because to me, I don't care either. I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like skateboarding is for everybody, and if jocks want to have their version of it, go ahead. You know, the only thing I'm concerned about is if that becomes the dominant thing in skateboarding, where that's the standard.
Yeah.
That would break my heart. Like if more people got into skateboarding for sport, that would kind of break my heart.
I think that already came and went. It seems like
It comes
I
in
don't know,
waves.
though. Yeah,
It
I
comes
guess
in
so,
waves,
yeah.
right?
I guess so.
Because then the Olympics pop up, and you're gonna have a bunch of people that are like,
Maybe.
because like it's only every 4 years.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna just like train all 4 years just for one moment? It's like skateboarding is a day-to-day thing, right? For real skateboarding.
You gotta get that medal.
That's true.
You gotta get that gold.
No, but you know who I'd like to see get a medal in all sincerity? Like, I don't think the Olympics are a bad thing either, but Paul Rodriguez. I'd be hyped,
Cool.
even if he got a bronze. You think he get a bronze? Have you watched a lot of skate videos recently?
No, I just see like Instagram clips of like nonsense. I'm just like,
Pretty
holy shit.
fucked up, right? Yeah.
It doesn't even like the stuff people are doing is just like insane.
Yeah. So especially from when we started and like
Yeah.
the level, like it's crazy to see people that like Kevin or whatever. Like I've known Kevin for so long, these dudes for so long, and watch him from like skate camp days to like just full jabroni, like out there doing crazy shit. I'm like, holy shit.
At least they're not like, or I don't know, you skating like. I know we used to just be like, oh, let's find the biggest set of stairs and like, hop ourselves down. You don't do that anymore.
No. That was the thing though, because it was like I think it was just like the rush of doing it. You could find there's so many rail tricks.
It's
and
like
there's
what
so
it
many
was. It was
different
like Walking
types.
the Hell came out and like all the Zero videos.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, I just want to skate like
Throw
giant
it all.
handrails. And
Yeah.
I loved skating handrails and stuff. I'm not gonna do it now,
Yeah.
but like I loved it back then, like scaring yourself. You know?
Yeah. Dude, there's something about it. I still am
Yeah.
addicted to handrails, even though my body now is like, don't jump on anything like too gnarly because you'll get hurt. You know, like there's like a point. Like I'm 35, and there's like a point where you're like, okay, I can only do so many stairs. Like
Yeah.
you start stair counting later in your life because you're like, I wonder if I could get down that 12. You know,
Yeah.
like maybe that might really break me. Like, so, and then I start thinking like, am I gonna really try like a nollie backside flip? How many tries could I get down? Like a 10 or some 12? Like, is it? And then I'm like maybe 4 on a slams.
Yeah.
Like, used to never think that though.
No,
It was like we're gonna go
Until
and
you
fucking
land it.
take the slams until you get the make, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Longevity is what we're going for now.
yeah. Now it's just like
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But it was just a thrill though, because then once you get like a good rail, and then you're like, I got this trick better, and I want to try to do it on this thing, and they're all different. Every rail's always different.
Yeah.
Like some in the streets, anyways. You know, it's like always some obstacle, especially on
Crack
the East
before
Coast.
it.
Yeah, that was half the fun
Mm.
too, is fixing up the fucking spot. You know,
Yeah.
like making it happen. But some fucking gnarly injuries, right? What do
Yeah.
you got? What's your list? Give us your John Rambo list.
My Rambo list. I shattered my foot. I had my toes pinned in.
I remember you had metal coming out of
Yeah.
the bottom of your foot, dude.
Yeah, for like 2 months, and they pulled the pins out.
So what happened with that?
It just fused my toes straight, basically.
Yeah.
So it's good to go.
Just
That's on my good foot. That's my good leg. So that's the only thing
Nice.
that's happened to that leg, besides like, whatever. But this leg, my right leg, I got ACL.
Alright.
Oops.
Come on, brother. The
Serious?
government, the Olympic Committee, roller skating committee is trying to figure out what we're talking about.
ACL, meniscus surgeries, multiple.
Alright.
Right now I have a broken foot, which sucks, but whatever, it's not that bad.
Was it from skating?
Yeah, no, I just dropped something on it, busted it up.
Just dadding.
Yeah.
Just being a dad.
I broke my leg, my tibia and fibula, which was like, I did that snowboarding.
Alright.
And that one was the worst because it was like my shit was all banged up. I was by myself.
Like that?
It was like crooked. I didn't even know I broke it, and then I tried to stand up, and my leg was like, I can feel the bones and shit. And like I'm by myself at Gunstock, a snowboard mountain or whatever.
We
and
went
just,
to
like,
the mountain yourself?
I was with buddies, but I had dipped off to hit the park, and they kept going straight.
Good idea.
So I'm just like at the bottom of this rail, like broken leg, and I laid there for like half an hour. And eventually someone was like, "Yo, you good?" I'm like, "No, like, my leg's busted." Like send someone up or whatever. And like,
Is it embarrassing because they have to get a medic and shit?
I mean, I was like,
Whatever.
I wasn't really worried about being embarrassed. I was like, my shit fucking hurts.
Oh, yeah.
It took like an hour for it to hurt. Honestly, like it sucked because I could feel the bones moving around. But then like I had to go down on like a sled, you know, like a guy
Yeah.
like, pulling me up.
See, that's the embarrassing part.
Yeah,
Like,
but
there goes Chris.
Yeah, but I had like a thing over me though to keep me
Oh,
warm,
nice.
so no one could see me. It was
Oh,
all good.
nice.
But that
Chris
sucked.
had a good day, apparently. He's out.
I had like big hardware put in my leg to like
Alright.
hold the bone together and stuff like that.
John Rambo met up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I got that taken out and it feels much better, the hardware.
Nice.
And like the way that they put it in, I had a big plate that went all the way up the side of my leg. And they put like a little slit in my ankle and pushed it up under the skin and screwed
Excuse
in
me.
through my leg. So I don't even have like a scar.
Really?
And they took it out, they just pulled it through the same spot.
Wow, that's a good idea.
So my leg is 100% besides like all the other crap. But it's like where it broke, it's 100%, feels great.
That's sick. Yeah, I've heard like once you get it fixed, it can actually be stronger than before if you
Yeah.
like work it out. Like
It feels good, like,
That's
but
good.
whatever. I mean, we all pay our dues.
I
broke
remember-
my face.
I
I
was
got
just gonna
that
say.
metal plate in my face.
Wasn't that a gap nose spot?
No, that was just, I was trying to just ollie the pyramid. I had just got to Skaters Island. I drove like 2 hours. Ollied the pyramid, kicked my board away, and landed back on it.
For real.
And like slipped out and hit my face on the ledge.
Mm.
Like my cheekbone on the corner of a ledge, and it just snapped it off,
Oh.
like up. And I didn't know how bad it was, and I went into the office or whatever up front, and I was just like chilling for a second, like, and they're like, "Oh, let me see it." My eye was like down the side of my face. I was like, "I think I'm good."
You're like Quasimodo, bro.
They're like, "No, you're not good. Your eye is like halfway down your face."
You got a serious case of droopy eye.
Yeah. So I had to get like surgery and
What did
stuff
they?
like that.
What did they do for that then?
They pushed it back where it's supposed to be and put a metal plate to hold it.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it sucked.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Looks good now.
It's just a little scar.
Yeah.
But,
Amazing.
I don't know. We all pay our dues for that shit.
Yeah. I
Skating.
mean,
Even like my ACL, I wasn't even doing anything. I was just doing like a back tail.
I remember. Brutal.
Oh shit!
It's my fault.
It is your fault.
This came out on the last podcast.
Oh, okay.
God, how many times do I
That
have to
was
live
you.
this
Yeah,
again?
I just want to make sure you feel bad about it. Oh, you do that back tail again. And it was like
I was too encouraging. I'm too encouraging. If anything, sometimes I'm too encouraging.
the
You
ACL.
had it. You were like getting it
I
perfect.
landed it.
Yeah, and then I
You
wanted you to do it one more time because you were learning them. That's what it was. Yeah. Damn, that's the shitty part. Is that you already landed it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do it better.
It's true though.
But that
You
sucked.
did
The
it kinda
timing on that
sketchy.
sucked because that was like when I was riding for Deluxe and shit like that.
I remember.
And it was just like, I didn't come back from it. Like it was just like I was out for too long.
Yeah.
And like when I came back, I was like, I don't really want to jump downstairs and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Thinking about my knee busting or whatever.
And that was like weird because like skating was still in that like the part of people were getting hooked up. They were just like
It was like-
in that phase where it was just that one trend kind of. It was like
Yeah.
big handrail skating just
That
kind
was
of was
it.
like everybody. They're like get dudes that can just are gnarly and going for it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like on that level, you know. I did my knee too. I just struggled through it.
Did you
Yeah.
didn't get surgery?
No, yeah. When I was like young
Yeah.
in New Bedford, under the bridge, the 12 stair right there. You know that 12 stair KK?
Where the park is?
The DIY one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 12 stair
Yeah, yeah.
or 10 stair. I don't know. It's,
It's
big.
pretty big,
set of
yeah.
stairs, yeah. I was trying to kickflip it when I was like 15 or 16, and I just landed weird. Like I must have landed straight or something.
Yeah.
Fucking felt the pop.
I remember your knee used to pop out all the time.
Yeah. It doesn't technically pop out. I looked it up. Well, you
That's
can't, your
good.
knee can't really pop out of a socket.
Yeah.
It's just like
Well,
it
it would be
feels
crooked.
like it. Yeah, it feels like it because the meniscus in between it is
Yeah.
like causing friction usually, or like your ACL makes it unstable, but it's not popping it. It's not really popping out of a joint or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
It's
Okay, Chris?
not good though.
Dr. Shetler.
I mean, the surgery, honestly, the surgery hurt more than the...
Well, dude, I've
ACL.
heard people have gotten the surgery and
Yeah.
then done it again and
Oh
again.
yeah, it happens. I got my patella, so it's stronger. Most people get their hamstring and put it there.
Wait, so they took your
Patella
another
is
one?
the front of your knee.
Oh, okay.
They took
okay.
part of that tendon,
Yeah.
cut it, and put it where my ACL is.
That's crazy.
And the patella tendon hurt more than the ACL. for years afterwards too. Like it took like 3 years for it to go away.
I wonder, was it just too tight or something?
I started skating like way too soon.
Yeah.
And I should have just chilled, but I didn't want it.
Yeah, I was talking to someone about that the other day. They got hurt recently, and I was like, yeah, you gotta do the surgery, do the rehab, and don't skate until it feels 100.
Yeah.
Don't even because it's so hard. You know how fucking hard it is. Yeah.
Skate. It's the summertime. You're like, shit, I just gotta go out there and skate.
Skateboarders have high pain tolerance too,
Yeah.
super, human pain tolerance for sure. Because anytime you go to a doctor,
Oh, it gets you in trouble.
yeah.
My appendix burst, and I was like, I know it's not like the same as a skate injury or whatever, but
Dude, that could kill you though.
I was like in the hospital. I was like, I'm shaking, and like, I didn't go for like 3 days. Like, and I was like, it got to the point where I was like, what am I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I read like, hey, go for a walk. It might make you feel better. So I went like a couple miles.
Where'd you read that? Like a kid's book or something?
I was like, my stomach hurts. Like, what should you do for it? Go for a walk. So I went like 2 miles, like out into the woods, and like it started to like I don't know if it burst or whatever when I was out there, but I started to get sick and like shaking and stuff.
Gnarly.
I was like, I'm just gonna go home and lay down.
It seems like the worst advice. It's like if your car's out of oil, just drive it more.
Yeah.
I'll be
I ended up going to the hospital, and they're like, oh, I don't know if it's your appendix or not. Like, it doesn't really hurt too bad. Like, they were like poking me and stuff. I was like, oh, I mean, it hurts, but not like crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and they had like another guy come in, and he's like, yeah, that thing's like, it burst already. Like, we need to get you in right now, because like all that fluid or whatever is like
it can kill
going
you,
through your system.
right?
Yeah.
When it bursts, because they want to get it before it bursts, right? Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. Like, it didn't hurt that bad. It just was annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're a skateboarder.
Yeah. So
I
it's
realize
like pain
that.
tolerance.
Yeah.
It's like nothing compared to like breaking your face, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I like it. I just go through life, and you don't realize you have like a pain tolerance, you know. And then I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to be in this much pain. You know? But it's because you're used to it.
Yeah. There's always kind of something lingering there.
Yeah.
I went for a long stretch before my foot here. I went for like a good stretch without anything really. It was it was time.
Yeah. You were due.
Yeah.
Everyone pays their dues. Yeah.
And like you get hurt, and the first thing you think of is like, oh man, how long is this gonna take to heal? It's not like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking, how long is this gonna take?
Yeah. You're like, all right, this. I have to do all this rehab. I have to do this. I'm gonna be annoyed, but like, let's fucking get it done. You know. Yeah. Yeah, I try to go to like the gym, not to like work out, but like the spa, the day spa. I like go like
That's pretty tough. Yeah.
Get my nails done. No, I like to go swimming, go in the sauna and the steam room, and go back and forth from hot to cold, and like stretch, and like it's so weird because I'll get super fucking high. I don't know if on YouTube I can talk about that, but I'll get really high from smoking weed. And then go in and just like the hot cold, like going back and forth. I probably look so weird because when I smoke weed too, I stretch a lot.
Yeah.
Do you stretch? I don't know.
No, I don't.
No, when I smoke weed, I like to stretch a lot.
Yeah.
I'll like you could leave me alone, and I'll be in a corner, and I'll totally stretch like for like an hour and a half. You're like, what is this dude doing? And I don't know what I'm doing because I don't know how to stretch. I'm just guessing, you know. So I don't.
It just feels right.
Yeah, maybe it looks like I know what I'm doing, but I'm guessing. You know what I mean? I'm just feeling all my aches and pains. But I go in the pool, and it just like, you know, you swim in a pool, and it's like low gravity, and you can like feel everything out, and like it's fucking the best. I need
that's
to do
good
it.
for you.
I quit going to my gym though because they let that place go to shit.
Oh, that's too
To
bad.
be honest, Chris. The fucking hot tub broke, and they didn't fix that for like a month or two. I'm like, why am I paying for this? Like, and then it was like going around the pool, and it was like looking a little green, little algae. I'm like, who's cleaning this thing? 4 or 5 trips back, I'm like, this is just getting gross. Like, and then they were like changing their pricing. They're like lowering their pricing. I'm like, what is going on?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think they were just like, I don't know. They're trying to get money, but like I think people realized it was getting dirtier, so they were just like, we're not gonna fix it. We'll just lower our prices. And I was like, I can't go here.
Yeah.
That's like, you gotta make those life decisions, you know.
Swimming like a cesspool. Or
Yeah, I started going like, this place is just not the place.
Is there another gym?
There's a few, but I gotta go check them out. You know what I mean? It's like a date. You gotta go
Test
in. It's
them out.
kind of awkward.
Bring like a water tester.
Yeah. I probably won't smoke any weed when I go to a new gym. Let's check out my surroundings first before I freak myself out. You know? Sick. Oh, do you have current events?
I got one that was pretty funny.
All right, bring those up.
Yeah. Hold on, let me find it.
Take your time. Take your time.
All right, yeah. So, there's a proposal backed by venture capitalist Tim Draper.
What up, Tim?
And it earned enough signatures to appear on the election ballot this November, but basically there's a plan to split California into 3 separate states, and they're going to vote on it. It's super unlikely that it'll pass, but it is going to be on the ballot.
It's crazy that it's gotten that far.
Why would they?
I don't know. That's all it said.
How do you feel about that?
I'm just wondering why they would do it.
Yeah.
Well, Chris
Look
is
it
like, to me, he's like I don't know what it's called, like an idiot savant type thing, where like he
I'm on the
just
spectrum.
yeah, you like, dude, when we went across that country that time, you fucking knew spots and had never been to that state before, but like we drive by a building, like, oh, I'm pretty sure there's like that spot from this video or this magazine, and you like fucking somehow would find shit all the way across. It was like we had a tour guide that had never been to the States. Oh, nice.
That's apparently a map of it.
So they're gonna split it up: Northern California, Southern California, which it already
and
is,
then California,
and then just OG California, which is Los Angeles. That's not a bad idea. How do you feel?
It says it's a billionaire's plan.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, like what's he doing?
He's just like, let's try. Do we need to be more divided, Chris?
No, I'm not. I don't know. I guess this is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know like what the reasoning behind it is.
Yeah, I wonder. It doesn't say like
let's dive in.
Yeah, look in and see if it says anything about the reason, because that is radical plan, like it says. It's crazy. But it would be sick. I mean, they already divided up like that. Except like it's just north and south, so they're just gonna add just like a native California 3-way.
Well, it's not divided into 2.
No, but they, people that are in North Cal think they're the best.
Well, it's
and people
like,
in SoCal think they're the best.
It's like Barney's or whatever. Like those NorCal Barneys.
Yeah, like, so they already kind of like, oh, we got weather, you don't. Like, whatever. It's like East versus West, like. There have been more than 200 attempts to reconfigure California since it became a state in 1850. Really? Proponents say the states will receive better infrastructure, education, and lower taxes. Interesting. Opponents say it will cost billions of dollars to break up the state. You gotta spend money!
You know what, I can almost kind of see it though, because I feel like Northern Cali and Southern Cali are almost like 2 different worlds, you know what I mean?
Sort of.
Like,
Turn Trump off, though.
yeah, jeez.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, he's backing up. I'm in.
1 million times.
Good. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting to say the least. And
This is like one of the only like non-depressing things that was in the news.
Really? It's hard to
everything else is just like terrible.
Yeah, that's
or just celebrities.
Yeah, it becomes like fear tactics on the news.
Yeah,
just
literally.
Like make people think it's raining every day. You're like, wait, I went outside. It's not raining. What do they mean it's gonna rain? It's gonna rain, dude. That's my whole thing. That's a weird tick of mine. Is like when people are kind of pessimistic off the bat, like that's their starting position.
Yeah,
like you ever talk to someone and the first thing.
So many people.
Yeah, I know.
It's like especially in New England.
Yeah, because the weather.
They're just bitter.
Yeah. I don't know though. Like, because I try super hard to fight that, because I'm like, I don't even think about that. Like, I know it's coming. I know we're gonna be buried in snow. Yeah. I know I'm gonna stub my toe.
You gotta embrace that stuff though.
Yeah.
You take it for what it is, and like you get hurt, like it's like injuries or whatever. You just like use that time to do something else or whatever. Positive.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's a type of thing. Like, definitely people are just like start off on pessimistic kind of off the bat, like seeing it coming,
And then it just creates more shit for them to deal with, the negativity.
Yeah. It's kind of like fills their time up. Can't do it, dude. My like starting point is like trying to be like super optimistic. Just like even when bad things happen, you have to even be more kind of optimistic in the fact that like, all right, we got to like handle this situation. You know what I mean? Like we can't get fall apart. Like it's kind of ingrained in me to the point where it's like, yeah, a problem is like something worth attacking. Going at it. Like it's fucking hard.
Yeah, it's good though. Keep that outlook.
Getting old, dude. You have a kid. That's like the ultimate thing where you're like, dude, I have to take on every problem, and others. You're gonna have a seed into the future, bro.
Yeah.
Even hopefully long after you're gone, is gonna be like,
Yeah.
That's kind of trippy.
She's a good kid.
Yeah.
And like parenting is kind of like, it was scary like before she was born, where I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like the first couple of years might have been like, oh, I still don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But like you kind of grow as they grow and figure things out as well. But yeah, like looking into the future of like, I don't know what type of world she's gonna live in, but like
hopefully not.
The generation coming up is I think they have a better outlook than the people that are in charge at the moment. So
I hope so. I feel that.
yeah,
I feel like people are optimistic and want to
things
go
will change for the better.
Yeah. It's statistically proven, at least from the podcast I listen to, I just parrot shit other people said. They say that it's statistically proven that the world's been getting better. Like, things have gotten better. Like, people aren't, like, slowly progress over time. We've crawled our way out of the mud, supposedly. Well, now we can worry about our phones, instead of worrying about, like, stabbing each other. Think we'll ever do war? There's more war, right? More war? No? No, right? Fuck it. There would be so many angles. That's what I say. I'm like, there'd be so many slow-mo videos and just, like, everywhere connected, like, crazy. You've always been good with computers, though. I don't know. You've always seemed pretty savvy with stuff like that. I feel like that's, like, something that people gotta be concerned about, because it'd be more... It's gonna get more technical,
Yeah, well, the vulnerabilities that are out there now are like super simple, which is like the hard thing.
That's
like, social media is like so easy to influence people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even take anything sophisticated to do it. It's just, you
it's,
throw an idea out there and people believe it. Like, I don't know.
Just throw some shit.
You don't have to back it up. So it's like, I don't know, it's tricky. It's not like on a technical level of like, hey, be concerned about getting hacked, because it's not even getting hacked. It's just like getting information that's not true.
It's like using the technology to do fucked up things, like they supposedly did, like other governments are doing that in our election and shit like that, like having bots that are trolling people and swaying the opinions of people, thought control, like weird shit like that. That's definitely
but it's on a technical level, it's not difficult. On the infrastructure level, like hacking and stuff like that, it's definitely a threat. Like that stuff's there.
Like that shit's crazy.
Power plants and dams and stuff like that.
That's
where I would be probably more concerned.
And the crazy thing is, like, our society runs off of it. Like, with the internet goes down, so many systems are going to go down, and things that people rely on, like the economies and stuff like that. Like, everyone's going to be connected, though, so that's the one thing. Is like, unless North Korea, do they got Verizon out there?
Thanks, AT&T.
Are they connected? Crazy, right? 2018, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, sick, dude. Fucking... Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm hyped we gotta hang out, because, like, I don't know, you live 2 hours away, and we used to hang out, like, every day, like, Bert and Ernie style, make a lot of bad, awesome decisions together, get hurt.
Stuff.
Sick. Well, we're gonna cut it then. That's it, dude, boys. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
What time did you say you had to go?
I gotta be up in Boston at like 6:30.
Nice. What time is it now? Do we got time to hang out with them?